I think...
Dude, that's why, rest his soul, Brody, why I love Brody Stevens. It was just like the shit that guy would say, and I would never hear him say it again.
Yeah.
When he would just
It's
riff.
like those guys where you can't tell if you are getting the joke or you're not getting the joke. Like, you don't know if they're joking or not joking. I could never tell with Norm or with Brody. Like, is he fucking with me right now?
I remember one time somebody heckled him in the crowd, and he fucking was basically saying, "How dare you talk down to me? I'm in show business." He goes, "Hey, I'm in the gated community. I buzz you in. I buzz you in." And it fucking that's like one of those things where it was like the crowd was dying laughing because everyone thought it was funny, but I was just like, do you understand like how fucking bizarre and obscure that reference is?
Yeah.
To throw that out there so fearlessly in front of a fucking packed house.
Oh.
It was like a discovery moment. I'm like, oh, crowds get I know that sounds like sort of a pedestrian reference, but there is a thing, especially when you start touring, that you kind of have to commercial fish a little bit, where you kind of got to be like, cast a wide net with like your references. And I kind of learned a lot by watching him.
Fish is a really great statement.
Yeah, but it's just like you sit there and like, no, man, I can just kind of go up and just talk how I talk.
Yeah.
But that's like, when I did the thing in London, I was just like, I'm just gonna act like I'm in fucking America.
It was so
funny.
And
it works because I don't even know why it works, because I saw Brody do it. I was like, all right,
yeah.
I guess you can do that. I didn't know that.
He lived right next to me, and we went to the same Starbucks all the time. One night, me and the girls were walking across the street to the Starbucks from our Gelson's or whatever.
Dude, I don't know if I can finish this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. And the girls see Brody outside, outside having his coffee, writing, and George, my oldest, goes, "Dad, Brody Stevens." The idea that his branding with his name had made it down to a 10-year-old just blew me away.
He was another guy. Yeah, I couldn't watch him too much because his cadence.
Oh, Ian Bagg's another guy. I can't watch Ian too much. You start talking like this. Oh, okay, all right.
Okay. You should see my dick.
Oh, flicker in the tit. Mitch Hedberg.
You got it.
Attell, Hedberg, Ian Bagg, all cadences.
Regan.
Oh.
Dude, when I started early, people were saying I was ripping off Regan because...
I remember those days. I remember that. I always say, I remember when you switched into Bill. Like legit, to the point where people now copy your cadence, I remember that.
Poor bastards.
Oh, yours is...
Don't do it. I don't want to know what my cadence is, because it'll...
Oh, no.
Because then I'll be in my head.
I can't tell your cadence, but
Am
I know
I doing me right now? What's funny? I just fucking... What happened to Bill?
No,
he Googled himself. It's over.
I remember we were at the Boston Comedy Club, and you went up, and you had just been fired by Barry Katz and ICM, and you murdered.
It wasn't ICM. It was somebody else, though. I've had so many agents, I don't even fucking remember.
It was Barry Katz, definitely, and you murdered, and I went up and fucking bombed.
It was Barry Katz.
I'm shirtless in the back, and I'm having a beer, and you come back there, and I was like, Bill, whatever the fuck you're doing, man, holy shit, this is so different than I saw the guy on TV, he's got selling the pans, and I'm like, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
it was so different than that.
I had nothing.
Yeah, it was so different.
Because I had nothing.
And I go,
I failed in LA.
It was
I unincorporated. I went back to my walk-through bedroom, and Bobby Kelly was living. There was 3 of us living in a walk-through bedroom. Bobby slept in the living room. I slept in the walk-through, and then our roommate, who had the lease, he had the bedroom. And we used to play roller hockey every fucking day. Me and Bobby almost killed each other. And I lost my manager. I lost my agent. I remember Patrice, he could be so fucking passive-aggressive.
Yeah.
He just goes like, damn, Bill, and you're back here. It's just like, wow, I mean, I know shit ain't happening for me, but it's like, at least he goes, no, wait, he goes, at least I feel like I'm moving forward. He said that on the phone. I remember it really hurt my feelings, and because I didn't know how to say it in the moment.
Yeah.
It's just like, who said it's just my dick is on the floor? You got to jump up and down on it? What the fuck? The fuck else do you need here?
Oh.
He could be a cunt.
Oh, he could. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
But even then he was hilarious.
I remember telling him, and we were in.
This is like the sad second half.
No.
This
This is the part where, like, I will always say this before. Out of all our friends that do podcasts, I might be the only one that listens to more podcasts. I listen to more podcasts than I do. I love podcasts. I love listening to old Opie and Anthony. Like when you guys would come on.
I can only listen to it so much because then I get sad.
Really?
Because I miss, like, I can't even tell you the
so
fucking
good.
void of going back to New York and that show isn't there.
It was so good. It was so fucking. I remember you calling in. I remember being in the car.
I loved calling into
you
that
calling
show.
in and fighting with Patrice. You and Patrice got into this huge fucking fight about who I don't even know what it was. And I'm
The stupid fucking man cow show.
Oh, it was the Man Cast show. Patrice is in studio. You called in. He threw you under the bus.
No, he called in.
He called in. You threw him under the bus.
I didn't throw him under the bus. What he didn't know, because he wasn't listening, was that was Man Cow's style. Man Cow trashed my fucking half hour on HBO that I had coming out. That's how he ended my segment.
He trashed me. He hated me. Or at least I thought he did.
He didn't like me either. He didn't like me. He didn't like anybody. And it was a big misunderstanding. And our friendship was never the fucking same after that.
You and Patrice?
Yeah, because that happened so close. And then like 5 years later, he died. But the thing was, but I moved to LA in 2007. So we couldn't quite get past it because I would go huge chunks of time without seeing him.
Yeah.
And then we'd see him, we would kind of go back to that. We were still friends, but it wasn't the same.
Where were you when you
There,
found out?
top that sadness. And then he passed away.
Where were you when you found out he passed?
I'll tell you, Bobby Kelly sent me a text. He said, Patrice passed away. P-A-S-T. Swear to God. P-A-S-T. He passed away. And it was this weird thing where there was this overwhelming sadness, and then I also had the urge to call Bobby on three-way with Keith Robinson and trash him for his fucking juvie education that he got.
Oh, Bobby texted me when Keith had a stroke, and he goes, hey, just giving you a heads up, Keith had a stroke. He's in the hospital, he's okay. And I wrote back, worse than Patrice's, ? And he goes, no, he's still alive. And I go, I'm joking, Bobby.
I know, what else are you supposed to do in that fucking moment? Oh, boy.
Did Sebastien really live below you, meet you, and then
lived on the same floor as me.
And that's how he got into comedy?
He asked me how to, he did the hardest thing in comedy. He came to LA and started at the store in the late 90s.
Wait, what year were you in? Was this when you were shooting?
Yeah. Well, no, that was over, but I came, it was like...
It's got to be
98.
You came back in 99.
99.
99, you came up to me. I was on...
That's when Patrice told me, like, wow, at least I feel like I'm moving forward.
99, I was walking down 3rd Street, and you said, West 3rd, and you said, hey, I heard you're funny. I heard you got a deal. Listen, you should go. Don't be embarrassed to tell Esty that you got a deal. They don't know about Hollywood stuff. And if you got something going on, it's okay to say that. And I went, really? And you're like, yeah, it's whatever you can do to get spots.
I told you to say that?
You said whatever you can do to get spots. And then...
Did that work?
No, and then...
I know, yeah, I didn't think that's bad advice.
It did not work. And then...
My heart was in the right place. I was listening to that advice, I'm like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, and then Geraldo, I said, so Bill said this, and Geraldo was like, if I were you, I'd just keep getting on stage. Just get on stage as much as you can, buddy. And I was like,
What did you learn? Listen to Greg, don't listen to Bill.
So wait, Sebastien came up to you lived on the same floor, and he was like...
It was so funny. He came up to me, he goes, yeah, so you're a...
By the way, he was still Sebastien then.
He was still Sebastien. He's like, you're a comedian, right? You're a comedian. And I was all excited. Oh my God, somebody knows what I do. I'm like, yeah, I do comedian. And he goes, yeah, I've been thinking about trying it. I felt like we were doing like a drug deal or something. And I was like, he goes, how do you get it? And I was going like, yeah, you go down to the store. And and as I was telling him what to do, he was just going like I was boring. I felt like I was boring him with it. Yeah. And we just became friends. And he had some crazy neighbor that was living across from him that used to walk around naked. I'm spared the fucking details. It was some dude that was getting off on.
Other people seeing him naked?
I think other guys seeing him naked.
I've been that guy. Keep going.
So I became friends with him because we were hanging out and we were spitballing, trying to figure out, because he was calling the cops and like, unless you got like video, we can't get you. So I was spitballing how he could entice this guy to get naked. I go, you got to walk around the apartment, just be a little frilly. And we were just laughing. And then I moved back to New York. And then like 5 years later, I was out and I'm like, I'm never going to LA again. They're all so phony, blah, blah. You know, just stupid shit because I couldn't get stage time. I was blaming a city. Stupidest thing you can do, right? So 5 years later, I come out and I see this guy on stage. I'm like, well, how the fuck do I know this guy? Because I knew him very briefly. I knew him for about 6, 7 months, and then 5 years went by, you know? And I was back out there doing some showcase, probably bombed, right? And I saw this guy on stage. I'm going like, how the fuck do I know? And the outro, you know, when he was just going by Sebastien. And I was just like, oh my God, that's that fucking guy down the hall. Look at him, he's getting spots. And I wanted to say hello, but like, bullshit, I had to, go somewhere. And then the next time I came out, he was like one of the guys.
Yeah.
And I walked up to him and we both, hey, do you remember? I go, yeah, I remember you, right? And then fucking last year, he was getting Comedian of the Year. And he had just sold out Madison Square Garden 4 fucking times. It's one of the coolest stories I have as far as like, I lived down the hall from a guy who asked, how do you start? And now here I am presenting him with this award and he fucking...
You presented the award to him?
Yeah, I almost got choked up. It was fucking crazy.
Wait, he said I want Bill to present it because he's...
I was worried how I'm not good in those fucking moments. And I was like so proud of him and I was just like, and it was such a cool fucking story. It was really fucking amazing.
What did you say?
I don't remember. I kind of told this story and I was trying to be funny and all fucking cool, whatever, but it really like... It was a big thing that he asked me to do it, I felt.
It's a perfect.
Yeah, like full circle kind of thing. And I kept saying to Nia, going, I got this fucking, he was right there and his wife was there. I was like, he was down the hall and she was laughing when I was doing the impression, like, yeah. He made me feel like I was asking him how to start. Because he's like cool guy, you know what I mean? I'm like this fucking orange-headed shithead, you know?